Hello, we're going to play a game called Breaking Harmony Square. I don't know very much about this, but it had been released a little while ago, and then even more recently, they did a study where it showed that people who played this game actually were better at detecting disinformation campaigns, detecting media manipulation, and biased and untrustworthy sources. Wait 1 second, sorry, I should check. La 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 la. No, not that. La 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 la. Oh, okay, alright. Discord opened on the other window anyways, yeah, this game is about trying to stir up dissent in a small town, trying to manipulate an election, and apparently it's a very stimulating, illustrative, enlightening thing. I feel like I already know a lot about how this stuff works. I'm already quite savvy to the way society lies. I already am wise to the lies of society. But I'm kind of curious how this is going to play out and what it's all about. So, okay, we're hired as what? New Chief Disinformation Officer. Any code names here, identity stays hidden. Pick next to see the next option. Dr. Jazz! Oh, snap. Can we really do better than Dr. Jazz? Let's try. Carmen San Francisco, like Carmen San Diego, very cute. I do like San Francisco as a city. I loved being there. And it is a girl name for girls because I am a girl. Let's hit next one more time at least. Baking soda. Oh, we gotta go with that. I remember a little while ago I was baking with some friends and we kept talking about bee soda. Yo, pass me that bee soda. Thought that would be like a good rap name. Alright, let's try this. Welcome to the team. Heard you so Discord and Chaos on Harmony Square. Are we the baddies? This, of course, is a reference to the Mitchell and Webb look, a very wonderful little sketch comedy show by the guys who did Peep Show. Peep Show is one of my all-time favorites. What's Harmony Square? A green and pleasant place, famous for its living statue, its majestic pawn swan, and its annual Pineapple Pizza Festival. I love pineapple pizza, so I'm not going to say this. See the news ticker on the top. Baking soda shows what's going on in the square today. Meeting against Square Movies withdraws some annual Disney movie giveaway. We're never gonna give you up. Ha 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 ha. It looks fake to me. Three political parties are bickering constantly. News ticker can't stop reporting on it. Perfect place for an influence campaign. I love this. All seems well in Harmony Square, but some lingering issues we can exploit by trolling people. Let's check at the local news for a topic. Harmony Swan has escaped again. Now, if we wanted to be like really aggressive on the nose, like if we really wanted to attack, we could say, hey, rival political party has released the Swan. But I think that might be too much. Harmony Square's living statue is denied permit. That's good, because already here we have some clear agency. There's someone who denied the permit, or at least we can make it seem that way. And no matter how justifiable that is, no matter how unduly that permit was deserved, it's an attack. It's something that we can claim was done unconstitutionally and stuff. That's great. Lots of people don't like living statues. Crusty jugglers. How are we using them to troll the good people of Harmony Square? I thought people liked the living statue in Harmony Square. I thought it was presented as a positive thing. Okay, whatever, that's fine. We're gonna turn the issue into a heated debate, for sure. This would just be hypocritical. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna take sides. We can turn this complete non-issue into a debate on Harmony Square's social media. Time for your first post as Baking Soda. Anyone who thinks we should give the living statue a permit for loafing around on Square doesn't understand the value of hard work. I think we can do better. People in this group who hate our living statue, does your partners wear like 3 coats at a time to deal with the cold loveless hearts? This is too... I want it to be more about whether or not it was okay to deny the permit. And because what we want, this is something I've noticed in a lot of like good trolling. You want to cut the issue into quadrants, okay? We have fans of the living statue who think he should have gotten a permit, fans of the living statue who agree, though, probably shouldn't have gotten a permit, people who are totally for handing out permits even though they hate the living statue, and people who hate the living statue and think the permit is a non-starter, is against the bylaws and stuff. If we can make it into a four-way issue, by both cutting into people's opinions about the living statue and people's opinions about permitting in general, then we have a four-way fight. Things get crazy, all right? This is the action we're doing. We want the vortex, the maelstrom. So I think we can do even better. Oh, it's only these two. I think this is a little better, because this one is just sort of like silly. It's more like an attack of character, or like an attack of like tastes. Because if you hate the living statue, you don't really care what people are saying about you. You're like, yeah, I don't like it. Whatever, you think it's cute. I don't. Whereas this doesn't understand the value of hard work. Is a much more of an attack on someone's like societal role or whatever. All right, we're firing away with that. Okay. Work as a nurse. I mean, I can't like living statues. More. It's surprising there's so much hatred here against the living statue. Even Harmony Square isn't safe for. What have I done? I mean, I think this is extremely objectionable. I'll admit it, as a kid, I was quite the troll. In my early teens, I went on like 4chan all the time. I went on a ton of different message boards, and mostly I just posted stuff to try to get reactions out of people. And oh, we got some likes. I'm not proud of it at all. It was like a huge waste of time. I was just very desperate for attention, and I was like good at it, and the feeling of being good at it was like motivating and stimulating to me. In the context of a game, sure, it's fun. In real life, I think it's kind of abhorrent, and you should only like troll responsibly. Like, I don't know, trolling on 4chan, it's like, you know, pissing into an ocean of piss, as they would say. So I don't feel so bad about that. It was just like going on other message boards and trying to stir up shit. It's like, why? What was I doing? Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna say teehee. Started a flame war. What do you want to do now? Obviously, we want to escalate. Let's reply to Joanna and Harry and try to make them both. No. This is no good because it says get a job, and Joanna already said that she was a nurse. You can't just be contrarian. You can't just say no. You have to say what you said is irrelevant, so that you're both attacking that aspect of their life and provoking them to go broader to make other points that you can then refute as well. No, this is the same problem. We want to acknowledge that they have a job. I think this is better because this attacks them directly, and then it looks like I've like lowered myself to their level. Whereas here I'm still just kind of like talking to some third-party audience, which I'm implying is much bigger than the three of us, like me, Joanna, and Harry. That there's dozens of people out there that agree with me. Haha, let's look at these two losers and laugh. Where now they're going to be instigated to defend themselves against that crowd or prove to me that that crowd is actually on their side. So I think this is better. I'm probably overthinking this. I don't know if this is how the game works at all. I don't think these choices matter all that much, but it's interesting to me, so we're going to go hard. Check this out. Unbelievable. Now the living statue's haters think people who like him are losers. Get bent. That was easy. By posing an extreme opinion, you got people to act on emotion. Made them think of your opinions are representative of a broader group of Harmony Square residents. We call this rage bait. Nice. That's true. The living statue haters. Plural. That's very, very key. I was able to make it a cultural war. That my reference to this imagined audience causes them to now lump that imagined audience together as one category and appeal to yet another larger category and say those living statue haters. It's all about this like boxing. You box the opponent so that you seem like you're in a larger area, then your opponent boxes you back. Boxing and boxing and boxing, putting people into all these different categories, all of which hate each other. It's really too easy. What a time to be alive. Not bad for your first day as Chief Information Officer. Let's see how Harmony Square is doing after all of this. Doesn't look so green and peaceful anymore. The living statue seems kind of haggard. And I guess we weren't even involved in this, but the swan got covered in paint. Trolling! Yeah! Yes, yes. Glass Cage of Emotion. This is chapter 2. Not since I was like a teen. I don't do stuff like this anymore. But as I said, I think I put a lot of thought into it back then. It was an outlet. It was an outlet for my creativity and my frustration with the world. Alright, time for your first proper day. I am going to dial it up a notch. We're going to be voting for a community bear patroller soon. Let's have some fun with that. What is that, though? Oh, this is like the Simpsons joke. No bears around here today. I see the bear patrol is working to effect. There's only one candidate, Ashley Plug. What a nice name. Projected voter turnout is 93%. That's actually insane. There's no way you ever get voter turnout that high. What is that? Yeah, they're obsessed with democracy, that's for sure. We're gonna make a fake news site. That is certainly the play here. Pick a name for your site, champ. Yes, Ooh, Harmony News in tune with reality. Very cute. Harmony, tune. Really focuses on this idea of reality, real news, not fake news. I think we can... Let's look at some options, though. No, that's much too blatant. But then again, it's like there's kind of two plays here. There's the people who are eager to believe fake news, and they just want something that confirms all of their biases. And they're like already angry, they're already upset, they just want something to point to, they want something to cite, they want something to tell them about what other things they can get angry about. This is the kind of mentality of like the rebel, tabloid press, the Sun, where the headline is just like the secret Nazis uncovered. I don't know. Like very over the top, very they're not like trying to expand, they're not trying to like trick anyone. And then this other type where it seems innocuous or objective, intelligent, principled, neutral, and then you're actually feeding extremely biased, extremely loaded opinions. This is what most newspapers do. I think it's a little more effective, and I think for the long-term success of breaking Harmony Square, we're gonna want something more like this. What else do we got? Yeah, I think this is my favorite, because it's just so neutral, and yet we're actually going to just lie our heads off to everyone. Alright, baking soda. What do you want to publish to ruin that silly bear patroller pageant? I think because if we had gone with the other one, I would have said memes, but because we went with Harmony News, I'm going to choose some quote-unquote news articles. And here again, actually here we can pivot. As long as the format seems neutral, as long as there's like a certain distance in the language and you just make everything very passive, you can actually just run stories that are pure emotion and make it seem like it's just reporting or whatever. So what I'm thinking here is that this would be like, expose, Ashley Splug, I don't know, got into fistfights with A&W workers when she was 22. Whereas this is like, we interviewed 3 A&W workers and they all had this harrowing story to say. Like, it could be the exact same information, but this actually feels more like news to some people, and it's way more effective, I think. Whereas this is like they have to determine on their own the emotional significance of that. So we're going to go with this. Alright, time's up. Let's do this. What words you want to include in your article on Harmony News. Pick 3. Well, I think these are definitely the most negative sounding. I keep missing reading this. The yeast we can do. How many songs covered in purple dye? Probably just an accident, officials. These are definitely the most negative sounding. You could say something like, "Oh, she was lucky to get this far," blah blah blah. But I think this is more what they want. Okay. Corruption? Klug lied about past. Supported animal abuse in college. Pretty good. Maybe too aggressive. This one, yeah, this is too aggressive. I think it needs to be more substantial. Something where, oh, this is way too loony. I think this is the best one because it allows them to become emotionally motivated based on their own feelings about animal abuse. Everyone is against animal abuse, right? Like, who is pro animal abuse? And yet, because we're just focused on like it's not giving us the judgment right here. It's corruption, which I think is unnecessary. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? Like it has something that you draw your own conclusion about, even though it's very obvious there's only one conclusion you can draw, and that we're manipulating you to have that conclusion. Okay. Check it out. Janet J. Planet Janet 2073. Blah. Yeah, what else we got? Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Susan. Seasonal depression. Damn. Alright. Yes, let's go. Very good. Again, disgusting seems unnecessary for the sort of organization I'm trying to run. But having this super emphasized, making people... But the thing is, she's supposed to be bear patroller, right? So maybe it's good that she hates bears. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one too. This is fine, yeah, this is good. This is fantastic. Yeah, yeah. This is absolutely beautiful. The meme. I didn't think our organization would become so memey, but look at these likes we're getting. This is phenomenal. Huge news source for me. Love your stories, Baking Soda. Yo, thanks, Tony. Posted some comment wasn't emotionally exploitive. Cost you a couple likes. Well, the first one, the fact that she hates bears, I don't know. I was a little confused, but yeah, I live and learn. Oh, okay. So now we're getting... Ho. I'm Ronald Bordeaux. Ronald Bordeaux? This well-known anchorman. Man of true class and style. Oh, like Ron Burgundy from Anchorman. Ron Bordeaux. It's another type of wine. Okay. It's kind of cute. Not my type. How original of him. Alright. I'm amazing. Ever humble. Oh boy. Unbearable. Oh no. I don't know what's up with this pineapple. I guess that's a route we didn't take, but we're really tearing this place down. Unbearable. Alright. Okay. This makes sense, yeah. So now I think we're gonna develop an army of trolls. But yeah, we can do better than this. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Okay. Will the National Guard declare martial law on Harmony Square? That's pretty good. A very classic conspiracy theory. Making you fear the government. We can maybe do better. This is too small time. This is not something people care about. I mean, I also wonder why they're called hoverboards. It seems like a very stupid name, but... They're not hiding anything, they're just trying to market stuff. This one is less powerful than the first one, I think, because it just says they instead of martial law. Like, it puts a very clear enemy and an agency, a thing to fear in people's minds. This is like, alright, this is scary. It makes me want to not drink orange juice or something. But who am I against? Who is this versus, you know? I think this is the best one. We'll pull the trigger. Bought you about 20k totally fake likes for your post. Cha-ching! Super cheap, makes you look totally proper. Yeah. And even Ron is freaking out. And this is something that the mainstream media does all the time. Question. A viral post seems to think so. Viral, of course, doing a lot of lifting here because people think, oh, it's viral, there must be something substantial to it. Of course, we just spent probably like $50 to make it viral. And seems to think so. Even throwing the seems in is yet another distancing word. They're not even reporting a take on what the post is saying. They're just saying you could believe that this post is implying that the National Guard is coming. And think so. Again, just all of these distanced words. But it is getting reported on. It is making people talk. Okay, so. Got any more idea? Let's get some bots going. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. More and more and more and more. More comments. More discussion. Harmony News is the only news outlet paying attention to this issue. That's very clutch. Especially since Ron already reported on it. It's very funny to me to see people say, why isn't the news talking about this? And then link a news story. Basically, it usually means, why isn't everyone just agreeing with me all the time? Like, why have I seen dissenting takes? Or I'm just not paying attention at all. And I think it's not being reported on. Sheriff, you agree. Bender Rodriguez. Hey, that's from Futurama. This is, of course, a very real username. Really interesting about this martial law thing. Everyone's talking about it. Why are politicians staying silent, though? I think Monica is real. Yup, Monica is real. I love this job. Uh-oh, what's going on here? A rival fake news site? Harmony News, a new and popular news site, is using fake likes and automated accounts to artificially boost its popularity. It's too late, though. It's too late. What do people do with this news? Even if they believe that, there's still going to be a large chunk of people that say, oh, well, the likes are fake, but the story is real, right? And the whole idea is that we're reaching more people than we would without these fake accounts, which means we're kind of outspeeding the ability for these things to be delegitimized. What do you want to do? Let's take revenge. Let's attack Ron with Harmony News. Let's discredit him. That sounds good. That's pretty good. I like the hypocrisy. Our site is getting super aggressive. We probably should have been called the megaphone to begin with, but whatever. This one is good because it doesn't actually say anything. It's just a question. Did they? Oh, maybe they didn't, but did they? Oh, what else we got? Oh, that's good. Tie it all together. Because this one gives Ron a motivation to attack us. Because we were attacking Plug. And now it seems like Mr. Bordeaux here is just trying to defend Plug. Because they're in cahoots. It's all corruption, drain the swamp, etc., etc. The more you can make your conspiracy theories into one big omni-conspiracy theory, the more different people you can like rope into it. Even if they disagree with some aspects of it, conspiracy theorists show a surprising amount of like cross-belief tolerance, because they all feel like they're at least in on it together, that there's a much greater common enemy. I really like this one. We're gonna go with this one. Yeah. More bot army. No, more. More bots. More bots. Yeah. Get it, Gladys. More bots. Nice. Hey, Hal. Dave is not here. It's a 2001 joke. Lots of little jokes here. I keep forgetting about these two. Man puns on their way out. Barnum is your great for this kind of stuff. You struck down upon Ron with great vengeance. Check it out. People are now beginning to repeat the box hashtags. Yup. Shelly, a real person, perhaps. Alright. I'm great. Let's do chapter 4. We're getting a big cultural war going. The Ashley issue has just been lost in the shuffle and yet still boiling and seething under people's minds. I always like this idea of an inarticulated fear, a fear that kind of sublimates before it has come to fruition. And you see this pattern in conspiracy theories a lot, where there's a rumor, the rumor gets spread around a lot. Nothing, of course, ever comes of it because it's just BS. And while eventually it fades from the kind of public consciousness and people stop talking about it, there's a group of people that will cling to it, and they'll see any new conspiracy theory as a way to kind of reignite that previous thing. Consider QAnon and the storm and all of this stuff. One of the biggest things you would see people post all the time is Pizzagate is real. Pizzagate, of course, was a previous conspiracy theory, equally BS, totally nonsense. But because Pizzagate kind of had its moment and then faded, as soon as QAnon started, people were really eager to rope that back in. Pizzagate is real. You'd see people chanting that in comments and stuff. So I think, yeah, the Plug situation started to simmer away, kind of went under the radar, but then as soon as we could, we used this Ron Bordeaux situation to reignite it, to get all of those unresolved tensions about Plug back into the open. Alright, amplification. Artificially boosted the reach of your content and tricked people into thinking you have more support than you really do. We're great. Alright, it's the final chapter. Read them and weep. See the state of the square? It's derelict. Violent emoji. Oh my god, the news ticker is going nuts. People's sense of communal responsibility plunges. Bear! Time to wreak havoc on Harmony Square itself. Harmony News has become a real community with its own memes and everything. Let's look at some Harmony News memes. I bet these are going to be really cringy. The Pineapple Pizza Festival will be biggest yet. More. Nice. More. Crank it up to 11. Oh boy, are we gonna ruin the Pineapple Pizza Festival? Even though I love pineapple pizza? Ooh. VP has nothing better to do? I have no clue. They cast the tie-breaking vote in the Senate. And I think besides that, it is mostly outreach stuff and just kind of sitting in on meetings and being an advisor. So I guess that is relatively important to start. Yeah, chaos. Post something outrageous. I'll be serving the vice president my favorite dried apricot pizza, and that's final. No. Can't be allowed to see the living statue. Ooh, okay. This is good. Remove him or we will take action. This is where you start crossing a huge line, which is the IRL line. And this is, of course, so far beyond any of the sort of trolling I was ever interested in or capable of, because this is where the real world consequences become way too painful to look at directly. And this is, of course, the state of the world we're in right now. I never would have thought we would see internet trolls leading to militarized action, but that's where we are right now. It's going to be tough to beat this. I want to look through the rest of them. Swine is a liability. A small cage away from view. This one is pretty good too. It doesn't have the call to action though. I think the call to action makes the other one crazier. This one. More. So the tide is turning against us, but it doesn't matter. Yes. Those attacks Really just helped us. Encourage them. Of course we'll encourage them. You're on the right path. Let's go. Great. Oh boy. We did it. We went IRL. We moved into the real world. Aren't you proud? Now what? Let's like on the other side as well. Call him normal human. Why not? Weird name, but okay. Let's get them. What else we got? This one is pretty good. It's just more like, it's not even connected to the living statue. So even people that weren't for the living statue could jump on this. This one is really good because they is more ambiguous. You post it in a context where people can draw whatever motivates them the most. No more. Very resolute. All right, let's go. All right, that's mood. And look. What? Got him. This is a Hitchhiker's Guide reference. Let's see how people are reacting. More. More. Don't at me. I am become death, destroyer of worlds, and an Oppenheimer reference. Apparently what he said after he saw the first nuclear bomb test. So he was part of the Manhattan Project. Yeah. This is good. We did it. We did it. Alright. Good. It was fun. We did quite well, I think. There's only one time it criticized us because we missed one of the headlines that we could have posted. But I stand by my choice. That was fun. Neat way to kind of show how these things happen. I think the issue is that the character, you're encouraged to be like comically evil, of course. And that's how we played it. Like I wanted to become, totally devilish and just go as hard as I could. But in real life, people are often just kind of doing this as a job out of desperation because they're making money. They're doing this out of some kind of mental illness. They're doing this out of just a genuine maliciousness, to feel control, to feel an agency. So it becomes hard to imagine that anyone could be this evil. And it's true, people wouldn't just be this evil for the sake of being this evil typically. But they would go to measures this extreme and more. So yeah, cool game. I think it's fun to play. It's interesting, we can maybe try to engage with this more and look up some articles or something, but I think that was fun. Alright, bye-bye for now. Check it out. It's a neat game. Bye.